Hola! Your dream vacation to Malaysia starts from rupees 24,999 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Hello and welcome to Galatta Plus. In this video review episode, we're going to be talking about Anand Tiwari's Bad News. The film is a Vicky Kaushal showcase and an easy watch, but it's not much else. Vicky Kaushal has played romantic roles earlier, most notably in Man Marziyan, but from the time he burst into public consciousness with Masan, his career as a leading man has been dominated by drama. Or put differently, even his leading men have come off largely like elevated character actors. I'm talking about films like Uri, Sardar Udham and Sam Bahadur. The wonderful surprise of Bad News is that Vicky finally gets to be the traditional arms outstretched Hindi cinema hero along the lines of Shah Rukh Khan of the 1990s, 2000s and embodied most recently by Ranveer Singh in Rocky Aur Rani Ki Prem Kahani. Vicky plays Akhil, a mama's boy who falls for a chef named Saloni, that's played by Triptii Dimri. Taking his leave after flirting with her, he says, "Nazron se ja raha hoon, dil aur dimag se nahi jaane wala." This is peak charm and Vicky plays it at just the right pitch. The sentiment is real, but the line is knowingly corny and we see why Saloni falls hard for him. The film, directed by Anand Tiwari, is essentially a Vicky Kaushal showcase. Watch Vicky do wordplay with a very funny line that rhymes Machhar and Mamta. Watch Vicky do glorious slapstick inside a mobile phone store. Watch Vicky do solid sentiment when he tears up and tells Saloni that she gave up too easily on their relationship. Watch Vicky do a different kind of sentimental scene, this time with less self-pity, more self-confidence in a big bit towards the end. And last but not least, watch Vicky burn up the screen with that super catchy hook step for the super catchy Toba Toba number. One of the great and increasingly diminishing pleasures of the movies is getting to watch a star performance, and Vicky Kaushal puts us right in that zone. But he is so good that he becomes the plus and the minus of Bad News. The plus is of course Vicky Kaushal. The minus is that nothing else measures up to his efforts. The story is about Saloni and Akhil and a pregnancy complication brought in when a sort of love triangle is formed with the arrival of Gurbir, played by Ammy Virk. If you are just after an easy watch, Bad News I guess fits the bill. I'm no longer a fan of the constant referencing to the Karan Johar / Aditya Chopra back catalogue, but the nod to Mere Mehboob Mere Sanam from Duplicate works very well. And the soundtrack tells you that this is not a film you want to take too seriously. For instance, when there is talk of someone having chicken for breakfast, we hear a rooster crowing in the background. But if you are going for a broad farce, the film needs tightness. It needs to explode with gags. The rivalry between Akhil and Gurbir is compared to Tom and Jerry, but Gurbir is such an underwritten character that Ammy Virk is unable to do anything with it. Gurbir is meant to be the calm and mature one as opposed to the explosively impulsive and emotional Akhil, but he just comes across as bland. The screenplay, credited to Isha Moitra and Tarun Dudeja, wastes a lot of time and fluff like a framing device involving Ananya Pandey. I wish the running gag involving the phone calls from Akhil's mother had found its way into the second half too. I wish the private detective character had been given something more to do. I wish the shift to drama in the second half had been smoother. These emotional scenes with the extended families are written in very broad strokes and do not do justice to the setup. It doesn't help that none of the supporting characters are memorable. This mix of comedy and drama is always a very tricky thing to pull off, and maybe we wouldn't have felt the flaws if the pacing and staging had been better, and as I said, tighter. Many of the scenes in the post-interval portions are as flat as the writing. The nice thing about Bad News is that the woman is in charge. Saloni makes a decision about Nikhil, Saloni makes a decision about Gurbir, subsequently it's Saloni that makes a decision about her pregnancy. Saloni is the only character who has a goal, which is to get the equivalent of a Michelin star, but the character is all surface and no inner core. I would have loved to know, for instance, what a career-driven woman who does not want a baby feels when she realizes she's pregnant. Also, I wish Triptii had been looser with more sass and uninhibitedness. She plays many of her scenes as though she's playing drama. Anyway, the feel-good nature of the film helps. Bad News is harmless entertainment, even if you wish that it came with a fast-forward button to get through the draggy bits. And that's it about Bad News. If you like this video review, do subscribe to Galatta Plus and see you soon at the movies.
Hola! Your dream vacation to Malaysia starts from rupees 24,999 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.